Hello everyone, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. Myself Kajal Harshad Kulkarni. I am going to teach subject Social Science for grade 5. Okay children, so before we start, just see outside the window what is the weather right now. Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Yes. See what weather is. What is weather? Weather means it is changing very frequently. So that is a weather. Today we are going to see chapter number 3, that is climate. Now what is the difference between climate and weather? So first we will go through weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time. See, as I told, now when I am looking outside the window, it is very sunny. But if when you are watching outside the window and it is cloudy, so what will happen? If suppose now it is sunny and immediately after 5 to 10 minutes it turns cloudy. So what is that called? That is weather condition. Okay, see, you all must have seen on news channels, they show daily weather updates. Why is it so? Some region they show that it is heavy rainfall, some region it is very sunny, somewhere it is very cold. So this weather, it keeps on changing frequently, day to day or hour to hour also. It may change in 5 minutes also, as I told you all. So this is weather condition. Now what is climate? Climate is an average of weather condition, means it lasts for many years, or you can say it is the climatic condition of particular area. If suppose we talk about our own city Sholapur. Now in Sholapur it is, we say 365 days it is hot. Even if it is very hot in summer, but the people in Sholapur, what do they say? That in winter also we feel hot. But so that is our climatic condition. Okay, so did you all understand what is weather and what is climate? Weather changes from day to day, hour to hour also, and even you can say minute to minute. At present it is very sunny, immediately suddenly from somewhere the clouds come and it turns to be very cloudy. Suddenly it starts thunderstorm, suddenly heavy wind starts blowing. Yes or no? So that is weather condition, and climate is a particular or average weather of a place, that is called climatic condition. Okay. Then the next is factors affecting the climate. Now what are these factors affecting the climate? See, different places in the world have different types of climate. The climate of a place affects the people living there in many ways. The clothes they wear, the food they eat, and the types of houses they live in are all affected by the climate. Now if I talk about where there is what we say snow, there are snowfalls, okay, where there are snowfalls. So where there are snowfalls, what kind of houses do they have? What kind of houses? Yes, they live in igloos. Why? Because there is always snowfall there. And what happens? Due to that, they always live in an igloo. So now on our earth, in the world, what happens? We have different types of climate, means there are climatic different types there are there. So it depends upon, now see, if it is very hot, will you wear sweaters? No, we won't wear sweaters. What will we wear? We wear light clothes, light color clothes, or some very thin material clothes, that is cotton clothes we will wear, yes or no. So, this way this affects the what we say, climates, affecting the climate factors. These are the factors that affect the climate. Okay. Now, there are the factors that determine the climate of a place are distance from the equator, height above sea level, distance from the sea, winds, and the amount of moisture in the air. Now, the first one, distance from the equator. I will show you. I will draw the picture and I will show you all. See this. If this is my earth, okay, okay, this is equator, okay. Now, the areas which are located near the equator, this affects the climate. This place affects the climate. I will show you in deep. If the sun rays, they are falling directly on the equator. So, what happens if the area is just near the equator? The climatic condition of that place will be very hot. It will be very hot. And as you go down, means suppose if the place is away from the equator, somewhere here, then the climatic condition of that place will be moderate. And as you move ahead, if you will go on top and towards south, the climatic condition of this place will be very, very cold. So, this is how the distance from the equator, this shows the climatic condition of that particular place. Then, height above sea level. Now, what is this height above sea level? It is, if we have sea to this level, sea means, you all know everyone, sea, what is sea? So, if this here we are having sea, okay, and if the area is located above the sea level, means if the area is located somewhere here, this is the sea level and the area is located somewhere here. So, above the sea level means what? It is above the, means on top of the hills or mountain regions, okay. Above the sea level means it is on the mountain region. So, if you move above the ground or above the sea level, what happens? The temperature starts decreasing or reducing, and this area will be very, very cold. Now, you all must have visited Matheran, Mahabaleshwar. When you visit these areas, what is the atmosphere or what is the climate there? It is very cold, yes or no? So, this factor affects the climate of the region. Distance from the sea, distance from the sea. Now, what is distance from the sea? Means how far the area is from the sea. Now, my sea is here and how far that area is. If suppose I talk about Mumbai, Mumbai is very much near to the sea. So, I will write here, it is very much near to the sea. Now, what will happen? As it is near to the sea, the atmosphere in Mumbai will be moderate. Why it will be moderate? Because here there is a lot of rainfall. So, in summers it is hot, in winters it is cool, and in rainy it is heavy rainfall, means it is moderate. Okay? So, this is the distance from the sea. Then comes winds. Now, even winds affect the climate of the region. If I talk about Thar desert, see, deserts means ran, it is all dry, only sand. If I talk about that area, what exactly it is? It is very hot there, yes or no? And when the wind blows, the wind take away the sand along with it, and it is also very warm. Then comes the amount of moisture in the air. Now what is this moisture? Moisture means the water vapor content in the air. Okay, so these are the factors that affect the climate of some area. So what are the factors that determine the climate of a place? First one is distance from the equator, distance from the equator. Second one is height above sea level. Third one is distance from the sea. Fourth one is winds. And fifth one, the amount of moisture in the air. Okay, is it clear? Very good. Now next, latitudes from the equator, distance from the equator. As I had shown in the first picture, I will show it on the screen here. Now this is the picture of earth here. The sun rays fall directly on the equator and are slanting at the poles. Now the earth gets heated, very much heated on the equator. You all can see this, the rays here. See these rays of the sun. They are directly on the equator. Now here this is the equator. Okay, this is the equator. It is an imaginary line. So just imagine that this is the equator and the rays of the sun are falling directly on the equator. So what will happen? All the areas around this equator or surrounded by this area, they will have very hot temperature. Okay, and see this lines. Now see, you can see these lines are so small, and as you go above here towards north pole, what is happening? The rays are becoming more bigger, and due to this what happens? The sun rays, they take a lot of time to travel towards this point, towards north and towards south. You can see these big lines. So it takes a lot of time to travel towards north pole and south pole. Now when they are traveling towards the pole, what happens? There are dust particles in the atmosphere. So when the sun rays are passing through, they have to pass through, or they have to penetrate from the clouds. You all can see clouds in the sky, yes? So these rays have to pass from the clouds and also the dust particles and whatever obstacles are coming through the between the rays. So what happens? Towards the north pole and towards the south pole, the sun rays is very minimized, and due to this what happens? The atmosphere or the climate there is very cold, or you can say it is almost covered with ice. Okay, see in our India, north pole, in north pole we are having Jammu and Kashmir, yes or no? So Jammu and Kashmir, is it hot? No, it is very cold there. So same way, whatever areas, whichever areas are towards north or south, they are very cold because the rays of the sun are slanting, and it to pass through that they have to face, the rays has to face many obstacles. Okay, so this was the latitude. Now on this basis, the climatic condition or the heat zones are divided. I will show you this picture now here. See this image here. Can you see this is the equator here at 0 degrees? Yes. Towards north, that is in northern hemisphere, we have Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. These 4 latitudes are the main latitudes. The first one is towards northern hemisphere. This is northern hemisphere. This here is northern hemisphere. So, in northern hemisphere we have 2 important latitudes. The first one is Tropic of Cancer and on top we have Arctic Circle. Okay. Then below the equator we have southern hemisphere. Towards south we have southern hemisphere. This line is, or this latitude, or this parallel is Tropic of Capricorn and this is Antarctic Circle. Now we will see the heat zones. From the equator towards the northern hemisphere, the latitude Tropic of Cancer, and towards southern hemisphere, this area, from equator to southern hemisphere, this area till Tropic of Capricorn, and from the equator towards northern hemisphere till Tropic of Cancer, this yellow portion which you can see on the screen is called as the torrid zone or tropical zone. See, this is having 2 names. It is torrid zone or tropical zone. Then above Tropic of Cancer in northern hemisphere, we have this area is, this is temperate zone, which it is temperate zone. Okay, see here it is written north temperate zone, right? So this part which is in greyish color, that is temperate zone. Towards south from Tropic of Cancer to Antarctic Circle, it is again temperate zone. Then from Arctic Circle to the North Pole, you all can see the cursor, from Arctic Circle towards North Pole, the color which is purple, that is frigid zone. Again from Antarctic Circle to the South Pole, it is frigid zone. We have total 3 zones. One is torrid zone or tropical zone. The second one is temperate zone and the third one is frigid zone. Now in northern hemisphere we have torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. The same way towards south we have torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. Okay. So these 3 zones are the heat zones of the earth. Now we will see in deep that what these zones are. Okay. Now the torrid zone. As I told, the areas that are means on both side of the equator, on both side, this is the equator, both side of the equator is the torrid zone or tropical zone. See, from equator to Tropic of Cancer, from equator to Tropic of Capricorn. This yellow part is torrid zone or you can say temperate zone. Then from Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle, it is temperate zone. Sorry, I had done a mistake. This is torrid zone or tropical zone. Okay, not temperate, sorry. Then from Tropic of Cancer towards Arctic Circle, it is temperate zone. Same way from Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle, it is again a temperate zone. And towards from Arctic Circle to North Pole, it is frigid zone. Same way from Antarctic Circle to South Pole is frigid zone. Now this torrid zone, as I had shown you the picture earlier, that it receives a lot of heat. See, I will show you from this image. See again. Now imagine this is the equator. and see the three arrows which you can see here. These three arrows, this part is suppose torrid zone. It is torrid zone and you can also call it as tropical zone. Now this part will receive maximum heat. Why? Because it is directly in front of the sun. So the areas which are located in this zone, that is in torrid zone, receive maximum heat throughout the year. Okay, it receives maximum heat throughout the year. Now this white portion here towards south and the white portion towards north. This portion from here to here, this is which zone? Temperate zone. Which zone it is? Temperate zone. Now this temperate zone, it receives, means the climate there is moderate. It is neither very hot nor it is very cold. It is moderate. Okay. Then this part here, just see this part here. Here towards North Pole and towards South Pole we have frigid zone. Now this frigid zone is always very cold, and sometimes it is very little hot, sometimes very little, but it is always very cold here. Okay. So did you all understand with the zones? How many zones are there? There are 3 zones. The first one is torrid zone or tropical zone. Then in northern hemisphere and some part of southern hemisphere we have temperate zone where it is moderate climate. Then we have in northern part towards the pole we have frigid zone, and towards south same we have frigid zone. So frigid zone is very cold. Okay. So there are total 3 heat zones. How many heat zones are there? 3 heat zones: torrid or tropical, temperate and frigid zone. Okay. Now next part, that is height above sea level. Turn the page. As I told you in the, I had shown you all the drawing. Okay. I will draw it again or it is okay. I will show you the animation of that. See, as you move, you all have visited to hill stations. So these hill stations are more very cold there. It is more cooler than what you are towards the plain. See, now when I am going to the hill station, okay, so when I am traveling, my car is moving from the plain towards the height. What will happen? The temperature will start reducing. I will show you the animation, then you will definitely come to know how it works.
Factors affecting climate. The climate of a place is affected by many factors. Let us look at 2 of them. Height above sea level. The surface of the earth is warmed by the sun. Since the earth's surface is the main heat source, the air in contact with it will be the warmest and the air will become cooler with increasing height. So temperatures will be warmest at the surface of the earth and decrease away from the surface. Temperature falls at the rate of 1 degree centigrade for every 100 meters increase in height. Thus, the higher a place is from sea level, the cooler is its climate. Distance from the sea. Oceans heat slowly and cool slowly. They stay cool in summer and warm in winter. So, in summer, places near the ocean are cooler than places far away from the coast. And in winter, places near the oceans are warmer than places in the interior of the continents.
Okay, so you'll have seen this animation. They have shown how it starts turning very cool when you reach to some height. See, have you visited a hill station? You know that it is cooler up in the hills than in the plains. Even if the two places are the same distance away from the equator, the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. The peaks of high mountains are covered with snow throughout the year. Thus, the higher a place is from sea level, the cooler is its climate. Okay? Now, as I had shown you all the picture, I had drawn something here. I will again draw it. See, if the place is near the equator, okay, the place is near the equator, fine, but if I am standing here, that temperature or the climate here you will feel hot, but at the same place I have a hill station here near the equator only. I won't go so high. Suppose it is here. It is near the equator. Same level, yes, same near the equator, both are near the equator, but if I am standing here, I will feel hot, and if I go towards, means on top of the hill where hill stations are located, we will feel cold. So, this is how it varies from height above sea level. Then distance from the sea. If suppose, again I had drawn a sea and I told you about Mumbai. Now, the sea is the Arabian Sea. Suppose this year we have Arabian Sea. Mumbai is located here, okay, and Delhi here. Now, what will happen? The atmosphere in Mumbai will be moderate. It will be moderate. Why? Because it is located near the sea coast. But if you will talk about Delhi, it will be much warmer or it will be hot. Water heats up and cools more slowly than land. See, you all must have seen when it is summer, we go for swimming, or if we go for sea level, where seas are there. If we go there, visit there, if you will dive in water, that water you will feel hot. Why? Because it is heated by the sun. Okay. So, this affects the climate of the place. Now, this affects the climate of place near the sea. They are warmer in winter and cooler in summer than places far away from the sea. For example, Mumbai is closer to the equator than Delhi. Mumbai is closer. I will show you the map. See in map, India map. See, here you can see equator. This is equator here. See, here you can see Tropic of Cancer. So, equator is, see this here it is equator below. So, now what happens? Mumbai is much near to the equator than Delhi. Delhi is here. See, you can see the image. Here we have Delhi. See, this is Delhi and Mumbai is here. So, Mumbai is located near the equator, but still it is moderate than Delhi. Okay. So, this shows the climate. Now, see, Mumbai is closer to the equator than Delhi, but still it is moderate. Why? Because it is near the sea level. Okay. So, now the remaining part we will see in the next session. Okay. The remaining part we will see in the next session. Till then you have to read the lesson and go through the points carefully, whatever I have done, the 3 heat zones, then what are the 3 heat zones, and also read the lesson, okay, and try to solve the exercise. I will solve the exercise in the next session. Okay, thank you.